Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the Stepmoms Without Children podcast. I appreciate all of you. I hope that everyone is subscribed and follows on Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, all the ways that you can listen to a podcast. I just hope that you're following and turning the notifications on. This week's guest is Tanya. She's my newest friend. She just started a podcast. She puts out episodes every couple days, so she has a bunch of them out now. The website that she runs is called Crazy Woman Press. She posts a lot of funny reels about like marriage and like parenthood and just has like a really funny twist on it. On Instagram, she's Crazy Woman Press. In this interview, she talks about her writing career. She talks about jobs that she's had in the past. One of them is a relationship therapist, and you guys know that that's my pretend job. I pretend to do that. And so please enjoy my friend Tanya.
Hello.
Here we are.
Yay. Hi. How are you?
I'm so good. So you have your podcast. We've just started. First episode was fantastic.
Thank you. But I wasn't happy with my sound. Hers was perfect.
Oh.
Mine was bad. And so I'm like, well, and then I'm having troubles and I have to sort of sort out what's going to fit for recording, I guess.
Well, so there's so many different like platforms and ways to record that like I'm sure my husband could give you a list of all of them. But you just have to see what's comfortable for you. But I will tell you right now that the first like 10 episodes of my podcast, the sound is trash. It sounds like I was talking through a tunnel. The editing, I was trying to like do the editing myself because I was like, this is my husband who's trained in editing. This is my project. You don't know what I want. And so like there's like spots in the podcast where it sounds like I'm like pressing the fast forward button. Because I was like trying to take out breaths, trying to take out ums, and I'm just like, we're going to talk like this. The worst.
I suck at editing. I suck. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, well, I'm just going to fucking wing it.
Yeah. So the whole thing with your podcast is you do it live.
And it's unedited.
You get what you get.
I don't edit.
One take.
So I would love to, like, say 6 to 12 months, do like live interviews in public and ask people why their husbands are so annoying.
Yeah. I can't wait for this.
Yeah.
And I can't wait.
I just changed my branding. So I'm going to have like the t-shirts made. I had everything saying, like the Crazy Woman Press on it. And I'm going to accost people in the street.
Oh, I love being accosted. Mm-hmm. Somebody sent me this video of this comedian that I don't even know her name, but I do love her. I've watched a couple of her shows on Netflix. The lady was saying like, once I turned 40, she's like, I have no time for small talk. I used to be like, oh, girl, I love your earrings. Where did you get them from? Oh, my God, you made them. That's crazy. Yes, girl. That's me. She was describing me. On every interaction. I go to the supermarket, the checkout girl. Hey, girl. Oh, my God. Your lipstick is so cute. Like, I will find something to say.
Yeah.
If turning 40 means you're not going to be, like, spreading a little cheer to random strangers in the street, I don't want to turn 40.
But, what year were you born?
88.
Okay, so I'm 81. I'm that era where we didn't give a shit. We just, we wore bright colours, we played out till God knows when. Our parents told us to get lost. There was none of this crap that you deal with now. So I actually still just want to go dance and have a good time. Mm-hmm. I have bright colours everywhere. I haven't changed. Yeah.
But so as a parent, do you feel like you're like a 2024 parent where you're like, no, you can't walk to school or ride your bike, or you like letting her like hit the streets?
I'm a helicopter mom.
So we're hype about our childhood of being for the streets.
High blood pressure, hypertensive. I have to know where she is. I have to, like even she goes, I want to be on Instagram, I want to be on YouTube. I'm like, no, you can be on my private
absolutely
one.
Do not.
Private,
I'm dead.
I'm
it's
helicopter mom.
I hate that for you. I hate that for anyone who's a helicopter mom. But I feel like, and just knowing you and your brand of humor and your brand of talking about your family, like, I also know that it's like you hate that you're a helicopter mom.
Oh, I hate it.
Like, you love it and you hate it at the same time.
Well, I come from the Italian side where we have like heart attacks and stuff like that, and we cannot deal with stress. And so I'm constantly not feeling well from stress. And so I'm like, well, I just, if I could trust people, then it wouldn't be an issue, would it?
Yeah. I mean, that's America. Okay, so just real quick. I don't want to harp on this because I feel like this is old news by the time this episode airs. But there was a question on the internet, a bear versus a man. Did this make its way to where you are?
No.
If you were stuck in, if your daughter was stuck in the woods, would you rather her be stuck with a random bear or a random man?
Probably a random bear.
Thank you. So I
bear.
said this to my sister and to my cousin, who were both like, I thought like really like loosey-goosey, like kind of like me. I don't want to say liberal because that's not what I mean, but like, I don't know, we're kind of hippies, but like we're like still smart, like book smart.
It depends what country you're in as well. Like some countries, I wouldn't want her going anywhere without me in the woods.
Yeah.
That shit wouldn't happen.
We're not going to be in the woods, so this won't happen.
I would be in the woods. I'd probably like have like an axe with me or something, or some pepper spray or something.
Right.
You can't trust anyone anymore. Gone to those days, right?
I'm saying, I would trust a bear. Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, is it a grizzly bear? Is it a black bear?
Doesn't matter.
I don't care if it's a fucking koala bear.
And can I say something? If you, like when I was living in Australia, if you watch like The Voice, right, and Voice Kids, and the child would be congratulated, the judges would not hug the child. But if you look at the Voice Arabs, right, they really are all about children. They're hugging them, kissing them, and the parents do nothing. They don't care.
Yeah.
So it's almost like everyone thinks that you're a pedophile. We just assume it now, right?
Like in the Arab one?
No. I've traveled to Dubai. I've traveled to different, parts of the Middle East as well. They love
Middle East.
They love children. Like I had when visiting my husband's country, like I had just people wanted to say hi to my daughter. They would buy her stuff.
Yeah. I was thinking about this, or I had a dream about it. I remember going to a nail salon. So in America, nail salons are predominantly Vietnamese or Asian owned businesses. Yeah. And so I remember going to a nail salon or even an Asian restaurant. They always love seeing a baby. There's a Korean restaurant that I love going to. And I took my niece one time when she was not even 2 years old. Maybe she was 1.5 or something. And they were giving her extra food, and they gave her a little dessert, and they gave her a toy. And at the nail salon, I remember going with my little baby cousins and them doting on them. And so now with you saying what you're saying, I'm wait, hold on, that's totally a thing. People love doting on a baby. But in America, it's hey, don't touch my kid.
No, but for instance, we because my husband's Iranian, okay, so I do travel to Iran, okay. And so when we're in the shop, she'll have a tantrum. Now, I'm from a European family, Croatian, Italian, right? And so we say no. We discipline. And so I'll say, no, you can't have it. She'll start to cry, have a tantrum. We'll give it to her.
Overstepping much?
Yeah, but then I'm the bad mom for not giving my child. And they have, oh my God, the entitled princess. Is here. It's the Middle East is just it's that era. My sister's born in the 90s, and it's that era.
Yeah,
they want a man.
It's also
and does it?
I also feel it's how grandparents are way better parents to their grandkids type of vibe. You know what I mean? So it's crazy because
I'm fantastic, man.
So, like, I mean, maybe I'm thinking of it as like the older people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the older people are like, oh, let me spoil this other child. And it's like, because in 2024, it's more acceptable for someone to, or I don't even want to say for a man, but like for an older person to be like, oh, cutesy, cutesy, cutesy type of things. Where back in the day with their own kids, they were not, they're like, no, I have to be like hard as hell. I can't be cutesy, cutesy, cutesy with my own kid. And so it just comes out in strangers.
Oh, I'm terrible. I'm like, because I was a they let me be a kindergarten teacher at an embassy school.
Mm-hmm. 0 out of 10 would not recommend.
Every second was like this. Yeah, so kids actually like me.
Oh my God. So you also, aside from being a teacher, I know that you were a relationship therapist, and I pretend to be a relationship therapist.
Yeah.
So tell me about it. How did we get into that?
At first I did like coaching and all that, and then I've actually got a degree in counselling, and I just sort of fell into it, I guess. Like every friend I had who had a relationship, I'd end up helping them. And so it just sort of moved into that.
Let me do this for money.
Yeah. And the funny thing is I used to do divorce counseling. I'm married, like, right, 22 years. And so but everyone around me was getting divorced. So, you know, I just sort of gravitated that women who were getting divorced would come, you know, and see me.
Right.
And so I don't know, but I don't do it anymore because no one listens.
It's like talking to a wall.
And it pisses me off. I'm like, I told you.
I mean,
why didn't you listen?
You get paid either way, no?
Like, I told you this is what was going to happen.
Oh, so exactly what I said was going to happen happened? Yeah. Crazy. Wow.
Yeah. And they don't listen. And I'm like, well, you did it yourself. Not my problem.
I'm dead. And then, so did you get into writing after that, or have you always been a writer?
No, I always wanted to write, but I didn't start. I used to wanted to do more acting when I was younger. So it was more like verbal, visual, things like that. But since after becoming a mom, I don't know, maybe from like postpartum or something, I started writing and sitting down, being more by myself, not getting out. This is my first interview. I don't normally go on the screen. And I just started writing. I've got so much experience. I've done so many things. I'm like, well,
you have plenty to say.
Yeah, well, it's just like you're with me. I'm like your therapist who has a sense of humor. And this is a problem. I'm going to help you fix it. You can choose to take the fixie if you don't want it.
Or not.
Not my problem. It's there.
Or you can just listen and support me. That's fine.
It's like it's good. There's survival guides. So I'm like, it's good, you know, like, please take my knowledge, take my professional help. You know, I'm suffering in the marriage.
And it's, you know, creative outlet.
Yeah, it's
the funny aspect of it is a creative outlet postpartum. Like,
it's like therapy for me. We'll go into hormones because I'm going through early menopause at the moment at 43. So there will be a missing hormone guide at some point as well too. But at the moment, it's mainly like, you know, marriage. I love all the retro housewife stuff.
Yes, so I love it. It's so cute.
My brandy. Yeah. And apparently I am a trad wife.
What's that?
Apparently that's like the traditional wife who cooks and cleans and all that crap. Apparently
I'm trendy. Yeah.
But I just see it as like a joke. No, you totally are. 50s humor and all that. Yeah. So I just make a joke from it.
I get that. Like, because that's like your role, but it's like you don't actually embrace it, but like you do it the same. Like you do it, but you don't embrace it. And so it's just poking fun at the.
It's like no one else does it. Like my husband's lazy, my daughter's lazy. I have to like trick her to do it, which is one of my guides.
Yeah.
How to trick your child, you know? And so, or I just take something away from her.
Yeah.
You know,
is he like the disciplined parent, or he's just like, that's not my department? I feel like that's a cultural thing.
Yeah. His culture, I guess they got to give the kids what they want to shut them up.
Hi, get out of my face. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like you're holding on to like an old school vibe, but I'm not mad about it. Like it's like
that's how I grew up.
It'll build character probably.
Yeah, no, but actually, since I started menopause, I am a bit meaner now. I'm like, pick it up. And I'll say to him, why did you
so
put that on the
checked it
floor?
up.
I'm like, pick up your clothes from the floor. I said, she's watching you, you idiot. She's watching you.
Yeah. Yeah.
For God's sake.
Yeah. When I first had my younger stepson move in with me, I was like,
Yeah.
hello? Like, you have to show him that this is not what we do. And then here we are 10 years later, and he's still leaving his clothes in the bathroom floor. And then he said one time, there's no hamper in there. Okay, so if there's not a hamper, then put it in your room.
Oh my God.
Like, there's always, like, the problem of, like, when he goes back to his mom's house, like, he'll take, like, my husband's socks or my husband's shorts or something, because they're both on the bathroom floor. And I'm like, what do you think was going to happen?
Can I tell you, my bathroom is here. The laundry is next door. When you leave to go to the bedroom to get the undies, get the shirt, there's 2 baskets. It's like, you open the door. Just tuck it. Just chuck it in the basket.
It'll take an extra 0.8 seconds.
Chuck it in.
A quick reach.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I'm telling you, everyone's like, why don't you get him to do it? I'm like, he's not going to do it. Like, he's just not going to do it.
Yeah.
So someone has to clean. And like my daughter was saying to me, oh, you don't have time to play. I'm like, are you going to clean? I said, are you going to cook?
Do you want to play the game called Let's Clean This House? Because that's the game that we have time for.
We ain't playing that game. She's 7.
Okay. Oh, you don't want to play? All right. Get out of my face then. I wanted to talk about the survival guides. So the first one that I saw when I clicked on your website was 11 ways to sleep like your husband, not like your baby, because your baby doesn't sleep.
Yeah, they don't sleep, yeah.
I love that. Where did you get the idea for these survival guides? Was it just because you were like, this is what I know about, so let me tell you?
Oh, well, look, I go from life experience. So the titles will come to me. I'll do the actual front page, and then I put it aside until I'm ready to do it. So it's like it just comes.
Okay, so I did notice there was a lot of coming soon on the website.
Yeah. I'm sort of moving into
that's what that
directions.
Is?
Yeah. So there'll be a lot of, because I'm having to change my diet, change my health, I'll go into that way. I have experience as an expat, as traveling. I actually have been a travel agent as well too, by the way. Sucks.
I love that for you.
I've been in beauty and in sales for over 30 years. I used to work for Dior. I used to work for Lancome. I was a makeup artist for 20 years. So I've done a lot of experience.
Yeah.
And just, like so many people I know just don't make it through the marriage. And so I will move into divorce later as well too. How to date again after divorce too. That'll come up as well. And I'll focus a lot on marriage.
How to not get scammed.
Yeah. And I'll be doing a man flu. That's the next one, the man flu guide. How to survive your husband's man flu. How to help your husband find what he's looking for. Because they can't find
Opening my fucking eyeballs.
They can't find anything.
The other day, mine admitted that I was a good, looker.
Oh, I'm the queen.
I don't know, a look for.
I'm like, it's
and so he's like, I don't understand how, because he'll be like, oh, I had a lighter. And I'm like, oh, it's in the blah, blah. I will always know because I'm always looking. I'm always, I'm not going through life like this. I'm not walking down my hallway and walking down. Do you not look around?
But you know what, too?
When you're walking in this house?
Know your partner. I know my husband. It's been 22 years. I know my child. I know where they put shit. So I'm like, it's over there. It's over there. It's over there. They find it. Oh, how'd you know?
Right.
I said, I know you. I know where you put crap.
I feel like the ADHD in my husband, he doesn't have I mean, yes, of course he has usuals, but he just will invent a new place to put something. I'll clear off a space in the kitchen and he's like, ooh, keys, phone.
Yes. It's clean and they have to put shit on it. Right?
They're like, oh, good, a new spot.
Honey, I have little buckets like this. 2 of them. Put electricals, put other shit. You think he puts them in there?
Yep.
No.
Absolutely not. Never that.
And
no, because then I can't find it because I can't see it.
And you know what? They like the mess. I don't know why.
Love it.
I cannot stand it because I can't write in mess.
Yeah.
My brain
listen, I am not a Cleanie McCleanerson.
Could be the biggest sugar mama. My books could be selling millions and millions and millions. He will still not clean. He'll say we can afford a cleaner. hire a cleaner twice a week.
I would love that. I have had a cleaner. And when I tell like the horror stories of like the annoying shit that happened when I had a cleaner, people will be like, someone else cleans your house? That's what you got out of this story? Not that this lady ruined my oven and I had to like friggin' figure out how to cook Thanksgiving dinner, but you're just shitting on me for having a cleaning lady? Like, it doesn't transfer well. Those are my stories for people with money.
But hey, that's okay. Like, honestly, if I was making like millions, I'd be like, I get a cleaner. No problem. I'm not doing that shit.
Literally, not even millions.
I would travel. I go on a fucking holiday.
I mean, yeah, that too.
I go on a holiday. That's me.
Yeah, no, I want to be a travel bae so bad. I'm like one of those millennials.
Yeah, I love to work out how this works. So I can, when I'm traveling, I can do the podcast over there, do my interviews, wherever I go. I can 100%. Do it live on the street. I got no issue.
If you figure it out, let me know.
Yeah.
Hold on. One thing with talking to you and knowing that you're Australian, I'm saying things I've never said before, and I'm just saying them because I know that's how Australians talk.
Yeah, we just say whatever.
I said something.
Say whatever's on our mind, and we don't give a shit.
No, like phrases that you guys use. I said something about like, because you're so clever. I've never said clever a day in my life. But British people, or like, I don't want to say British people because you're not British.
No.
Australian people, I feel like they say clever in a way to say like smart. But there are things that I'm saying like in texting with you, and I'm like, I would literally never say this out loud. I'm only saying this because I know that this is something I've heard on an Australian TV show.
Yeah.
Just, it's like random phrases and stuff, but I love it. But so I wanted to know about why you're so funny. Has it been since always?
I've always been this way. And I just don't give a shit.
We love that for you.
Take the piss. Like, okay, there is no mercy, man. They walk into the toilet with you.
I can't. I have fantasized about having a baby and having a family for so long, but I'm getting all of these like signs and ideas, and then I'm like, I think I said on a previous episode, I think it's just not in my cards. I will be fostering.
Yeah.
I am passionate about that. Me and my husband are both excited to figure that out.
Maybe you're not a baby person, because I could never have a baby again. I could never.
Too much pressure. But then at the same time, like everyone says, like, oh, be careful because the family gets to be a hot mess. And if you have older kids, because my plan is to have older kids, because I understand through just things that I've read and people that I've known, like it's a difficult transition from being a teenage child into, oh, you're 18, you're an adult now. Bye. You graduated high school. See ya. And so that makes me so sad for 17 and 18-year-old kids. But obviously I know that there's going to be, high risk things that are going to happen, but I feel like that's where I thrive. 17 and 8-year-olds, that's my department.
How old are you? Because I'm 43.
I'm 36.
Okay, so I had my only child at 36, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your body, after a while, when the hormone can shift from the age of 35, you can go into perimenopause, right? When you start to hit this and the estrogen starts to come down, the urge for the baby goes away. Like, the only time I ever think about having another child is when I have a period or I'm ovulating. Okay? I don't ovulate anymore. I have no urges. It's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's been a while. I feel like if I really, really wanted a baby, I would have tried harder with the fertility stuff.
But you know what?
And I just didn't.
Do you have any hormone issues that stop you?
Oh, yeah, I have PCOS.
Okay, I have PCOS, pituitary tumor. I still managed to give birth. I have like pre-diabetes, insulin resistance. But you got to you have to be strict. It's got to be like for 3 months straight where you clean the ovaries. So it's it's not like a normal diet. You've got to clean them. And there's certain foods you need to be eating. The husband has to lose weight. He's got to give up the booze, the smokes. It slows all the swimmers down.
Yeah, we don't have that issue. But yeah, no, I know that it's definitely like we tried and we did the things, but like I know that we could have done more. But I'm like, it's fine.
No, you don't. I don't get the vibe from you. You have to feel it. Like I started noticing cramps. I started noticing things, and before that, I couldn't stand the sound of a child crying. I used to get a headache.
Currently, right now,
I'm back there now.
That and a child screaming. Like, we have kids in the neighborhood. Like, I remember specifically screaming, playing outside, and my mom telling me, like, listen, if you're ever in trouble and screaming, I'll never know because you're out here running in these streets screaming.
Yeah.
So I she said that to me when I was maybe 6 years old, and I was like, oh, okay, word. I can't be screaming.
Yeah.
Now when I hear kids screaming, like they're in the pool and they're screaming and they're out front because there's a big park in front of my house.
Yeah.
They're screaming and I'm like, you could be in trouble.
And no one.
Like, I would never know. I'm just sitting here ignoring you like everybody else.
Yeah.
But go ahead and friggin' like be getting murdered and nobody will know because you always scream.
There's an alarm buzzer in our lift. My daughter keeps pressing it. And I said, one day that lift is going to stop and you're pressing the button and everybody thinks you're just playing. And I don't know if there's something wrong with you. Like a playing wolf.
Kids are crazy. Our listeners are going to be able to find you on Instagram, Crazy Woman Press. They can find you on your website, crazywomanpress.com. They can purchase your survival guides, which are so cute.
I don't know.
And so we're excited to hear.
Very affordable. Very affordable.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Easy to read.
Yes. And so we're excited to hear more from your podcast. By the time this comes out, you'll have episodes out. If you want to laugh about the reality of being a mom and a wife, this is the podcast for you. I have a friend named Jen that specifically your podcast is for her.
Yeah.
But if you want to laugh, if you want to be with other moms who are like-minded and like to make jokes and like to laugh at their kids because kids is crazy, then this podcast is for you. And so, Tanya, thank you for joining me.
No, thank you so much. I'll be back, and then I'll have to get you to come on mine. We'll whinge about our
100%.
I think you did a really good job with that intro.
Oh my God, thanks.
Yeah, I liked it a whole lot.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I love you so much.
Oh, I love you so much. So that was Tanya, you guys. So listening back, just a lot of like unfinished conversations, I feel. But now that I said that out loud, I like forget the ones that I wanted to finish for you guys here. But one of the things that I mentioned was that like I've been like talking like British or Australian.
Yeah.
Like, of course I don't have any. Like, I just feel like when I'm typing to her, like I'm not typing how I would say things out loud.
To an American.
No, to an American, no.
No, you're saying it like you're trying to. What you're attempting to do is code switch.
Oh, yeah.
And you're attempting to code switch, except you don't have the whole code.
Yeah.
You have the parts of the code that have matriculated to you.
Okay, SAT word.
So that is the issue that
matriculated.
Well, I mean that's
what it is.
I'm sorry.
I love you anyway. So yeah, she has books that come out. And they'll all have like a different topic. They're like $6 or $7, like $10 or something, on her website, crazywomanpress.com. And so they're kind of like guides, is what she calls them. And so there's the one about surviving the man flu, and like I mentioned, how to sleep like your husband, not like your baby because your baby don't sleep. Like, so it's funny, and she like does the whole like housewives, like the old school like housewives. Like,
it's like
covers.
Yeah, but it's that same like take my wife please type of humor. It's the I hate my spouse or my spouse is so annoying.
Yes.
And
so yeah, that can like definitely get played out. When I was on her podcast, the title was like, why is my husband so annoying? And so definitely we were like not being as favorable as I traditionally am when I talk about you. And that made me feel very guilty. And at the end, I tried to squeeze in, like, listen, I'm obsessed with my husband. I love him. And these are just, like, little things.
Oh, I mean, I imagine you have little things that bother you. Mm-hmm. There are little things that bother me.
No, there aren't.
Oh, no, there are. There are. Trust me. I don't. I just accept them as part of... You know, it's part of the whole package, and the whole package is pretty awesome.
Oh my God, thanks.
Yeah, and
I love you, mean it.
So I know that, like, I know that that type of humor turned you off.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a what is it called? Double edge? Not a double edge. You know what word I mean?
I have no idea.
Like, it's okay for women to complain about their husbands, but
like
it's
a catch-22.
No,
I think that's
but it's okay for women to complain about their husbands, but it's not okay for men to make fun of their wives. Like when people say the old ball and chain.
Right, but why? Why is that okay?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what this is, and like I don't like that's what it seems like, and I don't like it. I forget what the word is. Somebody help me out. Put it in the comments on Spotify.
Hypocrite.
I mean, me.
I mean, that's that's kind of what it seems like to me.
But I love you though.
Oh, I adore you.
J'adore Dior.
I don't know what that means, but
okay.
I love you so much.
What else is happening? I'm going to Nina's house next week, you guys.
That's fun.
I know. I miss her. I haven't seen her and the baby in so long. Nina has a baby.
Yeah.
She's, 9 months old right now? She got 2 front teeth coming in.
Yeah.
Big old front teeth.
That's nice.
Yeah. What else is happening?
Well, there's my dad.
Oh. So, Matt's dad, guys. Prayer warriors, or whatever you guys call yourselves. People who charge their rocks in the moon. All of them. All the religions. All the people. So Matt's dad is having a hard time. He's 93. And he just got out of the hospital because he demanded to be released from the hospital.
Yeah, he's also paralyzed on one side.
Yeah, so he had a stroke like 11 or 12 years ago. And so that's just hard. That's why we go there. Well, so since I've had my new job, we go there every weekend to help around the house and stuff like that. And so he's having what they're calling sundowning symptoms, where, you're like a little werewolf. Sun goes down, you act a little crazy.
Yeah, just getting a little out of...
Yeah, so after this, we're gonna go down there so Matt can sleep over and handle him.
Well, see how it goes.
Yeah, hopefully he sleeps.
Yeah.
Hopefully you sleep so you can drive home.
Yeah.
So it's difficult times, but we have high hopes.
I mean, how high are our hopes?
I mean,
He's 93 years old.
We want him to be comfortable. That's it. So if someone has to be there for him to be comfortable and less confused, then we'll be there.
Or even just somebody to, I guess, bail him out. You know what I mean? Just somebody to
so he's not
help
making
him.
Phone calls at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We want everyone to be well rested. That's what we want. And so, we don't tell the girlies too much about our lives, but it's cuddle time. And this is what we talk about at Cuddle Time.
Yeah. I'm sure there's something else going on too. What else?
What else is going on? Next week's episode is very exciting. Do you guys want to guess at who it is? I'll give you 5 seconds to guess. Say it out loud if you're in the car or in your room or wherever you are. It's my mom.
So cute.
I know. Matt hasn't listened to the episode yet or edited it, but I think it's a good one. It's giving origin story, and so I hope that you guys love.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. I'm sure we all will.
Was the word contradictory?
I mean, that's
double-edged. No.
A double-edged sword is not. No.
Double standard. Double standard was the words. Extra points to anybody who was screaming at their phone or the radio when I was wondering what it was before. But that's all we got, guys. Keep listening. We love you. We mean it. Stay tuned next week for my mom. And
it's going to be a bunch of fun.
Yeah, and there's more friends of the pod that you guys already know coming up.
Fun.
Love you.
Mean it.